Connect with Christina. I'm not really sure how I got lucky because this guy, our special guest, became a really good friend of mine. But he found me, and that, I'm just very lucky. His name is Abe Calvillo. Suave. No. Que Suave Tacos.
Que Suave Tacos and Barbershop. Yeah, South Phoenix.
Yeah, and Noelia apparently already goes there.
Yeah.
So
tax service too. Que Suave tax service now too.
Okay, yeah. So let's go.
All over.
Let's go. So the what started first?
The barbershop.
Okay, so that's 7 years ago.
2018, yeah.
And what's that one called?
That's called Que Suave Barbershop. So we adapted the whole name to run under this kind of group of businesses that we have.
Uh-huh.
They all kind of flourish together, so
then
with the name.
And where's that located?
We're in South Phoenix, 19th Avenue. 19th Avenue and Broadway, one block south of
Broadway. We'll share all the handles, addresses, all the things.
All that.
Then after the barber shop.
Yeah, we started doing, we were like experiencing some, hard times, pandemic, stuff like that, and we started cooking. We started cooking outside the house like a lot of Mexican families did. And luckily, we had a great level of support from the community, and it turned into a brick and mortar within a year.
When people say, like, oh, we're going through hard times, man, beautiful things come from that.
Yeah.
Opportunities are always hidden in the obstacles when you are a hustler.
Yeah.
And I always say you can't teach the intensity. Like,
we're
always on 10.
Yeah.
Okay,
always on 10, totally.
After the taco, then what? The taxes now?
As of recently, we opened a tax service because, my wife, she got deep into going to school. She went and took a business degree at the University of Phoenix. We used to work for utilities, me and my wife. I worked for Southwest Gas as a contractor. I was like a pipeliner, installing natural gas and replacements all over the valley. And she worked for Arizona Public Service, APS. Mm-hmm. So we both found ourselves doing utilities. And then kind of got to an age where I just didn't want to do it no more. I was getting wear on my body, being so young, because I had been working hard since I was like 13 years old.
Wow.
My family's floor installers. They do tile, flooring, carpet. So it's always been a big chinga on our body, you know what I mean? Like busting ass. And then going forward, with other elements that were hurting myself and my lifestyle growing up, and then starting a family young, and then having to provide. It was always like, that Mexican shit. Excuse my language. that
You're
hustle.
Good. This is a safe space, and we're proud of you.
Yeah. It was that Mexican
so how many
shit. Hard neighbor jobs.
How many babies?
Many years.
How many kids?
I have 4 kids. My oldest is 22 years old. He's a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps.
Wow.
My son is 20. My son Benji. He runs our barbershop. He's been a barber since he was about 14 years old. And then me and Moms took a break, and we have 2 younger kids. My son Junior. He's real big into like biking, BMXing. I won't say BMXing. I don't know if it's the same kind of bike, but those kids doing the wheelies on crazy tricks and shit. So he's trying to find a sponsorship with somebody.
Call Christina now, baby.
Yeah. Call him right now.
Say less.
Yeah, they be running people over on the bike rides and stuff, And then I have my last child is a daughter. My daughter, mi amor, Alexandra. She's the youngest. So.
And so 3 boys.
One daughter.
Wow.
And I actually raised another girl too. She's like my daughter, was my wife's younger sister. Ever since I started dating my wife, me and my wife are about to be 25 years together.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's a milestone. And then when she was a kid, she always had a little girl with her. It was her little sister, because her mom had like 2 or 3 jobs. So my wife, Miriam, was always with the little girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, why you always got a little girl with you? She's like, well, that's my sister. I got to take care of her.
I love
But
that.
I was so deeply in love with my wife, I didn't even care. I was running.
And now she's part of the family.
Yeah, and we would go everywhere with the little girl. And yo soy moreno, I'm a dark featured dude.
Yeah.
And Miriam's like light skin. But Ebony, she's a little white, blonde-haired little girl.
Wow.
So we used to be out places and movies, and people would look at us like, that's not your kid. But I love that.
Test?
They're like, that's not your kid. It was neither one of our kids, but she ended up sticking around. And I thank God, we're able to raise her into a beautiful life as well.
Yeah.
She now works at APS.
That's awesome.
She's 25,
I had another guest, Danny Jaramillo with Right Away Lending. You met at my party at Not My First Rodeo.
Yeah, it was
and
a great time.
I didn't know, but he also had an adopted daughter.
Okay.
an adopted child. Is it a daughter? Anyway, but I just think so highly of people who can foster, adopt, and now like same thing with dogs. Like, you know, you gotta have a big heart for that because it's not easy.
It's not easy because, you know, coming from where we're from, it's kind of like we're barely scraping by. You know what I'm saying? We come from hardships.
Yeah.
You know, thank God we're in a better place, you know, far from where we're going.
Right.
But we're in a better place. But I can't imagine, you know, even looking back at myself, how I did it to raise, you know, let alone my kids, but also someone else's kids, not mine. It's beautiful. God always provided. I'm very spiritual. And God always provides, you know. And if you got that H in you, like you said, the hustle, you know, ain't nothing going to stop you. You know?
Well, and now, honestly, the whole point of also having you on is really not just to share your story, to highlight you, but to inspire other people, right? To let them know that, you know, even if they've been dealt with maybe a harder set of cards, that's not the end.
Yeah, it's something that I really like to put on for my community, and I think that's why people relate to Que Suave the most. Because, like, if you go on Instagram, Que Suave Tacos Instagram page, it really doesn't look like a business page. It looks more like a personal page. And it kind of took that track on its own because I got to a rhythm of, like, just allowing people to see that we're real people. And no matter where we come from, you know, we come from the calles, you know what I'm saying, the streets, and we learn different things in a different way, but it wasn't all bad, you know what I mean? A lot of those things that I sit down sometimes and I reflect on, I'm like, man, I learned that in the streets, but I use it now for my beautiful professional life.
Right.
And I'm also at the same time inspiring my people. Homies, strangers are the best. People like, hey, that vato and Miriam. You see me all blasted and you see Miriam tatted, you know, beautiful, strong woman. And they're like, damn, they look like they come from where I come from. And they're just able to relate. And then they get inspired. And before you know it, you know, someone says, hey, I started a business because of you. You inspired me.
Right.
You know, there's several people.
Chase my dream
and it feels
because
really
of you.
good. Yeah, because I seen you could do it. And I tell people, man, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me, dog. Like, if I can do it, you can do it.
And I like what you said about the streets. You know, it's not all bad.
No,
and, you know, I'll tell you, true community lives there.
Yeah. That's where I learned my family values. That's where I learned how to really love. You know, the people who love me, my pops was in another situation. My mom put herself in another situation when I was a little boy. But I look for love in my homies. You know, in the streets. That's where I ran to when I was scared and I needed a hug or something. You know? And you know, some bad things are there.
Of course.
But
you took that and you made something good out of it.
The blueprint. Yeah. I call it the blueprint.
Yes.
Every time I meet people and people who ask questions, they're like, hey, ¿cómo le hiciste? Like, how'd you guys do it? I said, bro, check it out. I seen the blueprint, like, making itself growing up. And it was so easy for me to go back and look at that and say, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
You know, I always reference my daddy. You know, my daddy tried his hardest, but he had some challenges that he dealt with in his life. You know, but everything he did and couldn't do, not to talk bad about him, but I reference.
Right.
But
him. You know, there's some healing in that too, because like, you know, not till we get older, where it's like you look back and you're like, man, they did the best they could with what they knew how.
Absolutely, man. Sometimes I sit there and I think about that and I'm like, man, like I wish things would have turned out different, you know. I mean, I ain't afraid to put it out here, you know, on your podcast, but you know, that part of my family is not where I would like it to be. Although I indulge in this beautiful lifestyle that I have with my immediate family, my family, like my dad and my mom, even my brothers, we're barely building our relationship now.
Well, it's never too late, right?
Never too late.
It's never
but, you
too
know,
late.
I wish I could have everything.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah.
You know, so I definitely do a better job at my home. And I still...
Because you reference it.
I have to.
You reference
it. Because I would hate it to see my children who are so successful.
Yeah.
Who are so stern, who are such family people fall to that.
Yeah.
You know, and you know. It's just life, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm not afraid to share it with people that
Well, talk
you're not
about
always
that
gonna
though.
get. You're not
Like,
gonna always get everything you want.
but Abe, talk about that, right? Life is that. It's that. Like, it's roller coaster, ebb and flow,
Absolutely.
high, lows, all the things.
Happiness, sadness,
Yeah,
hardships,
but
all
like,
that.
walk us through that for you, Abe, where you're going through hard times. How do you get past that? People do you wrong. People lie to you,
Cheat,
do you wrong in
steal, yeah.
business, just any of that.
I try to put this mental. This is the biggest tool that I think that I've learned. When I was a kid, I was in institutions very young. I was very young. I would find myself in rooms smaller than this, not being able to go home. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
And I knew that even when I was such a little kid, I knew that your mind is your worst enemy, but it could also be your best friend, right? And it just attacks you. It attacks you. So I had that situation where I was able to see myself in a bad place and be like, oh man, I can't leave the door. I can't leave. They won't turn the light off. So I got to fix this thing so I can put this mind into a strong game mode, And that's what I do now in life. Crazy. If I'm in a situation I know it's not going well, I try not to think about it. I just talk to my mind and say, hey, it's gonna get better. Hey, you know what? Can't win them all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If there's
You don't run away, you face it.
You can't run. You can't run from this. It's attached to you. You feel me? So I just try to really be strong on my mental, not try not to get distracted, and always remember, like you said, there's people who do you wrong, and try always know that there's I know what what do you say repercussion is if I move a different kind of way. If I'm doing something wrong, like right now I got something big out. I don't want to talk about it. Sure. I got something I've been fucking up really bad. It's one of the most important things in my life. I've been fucking it up, but I'm on a healing part of it right now. I know I'm repairing.
And that's the most powerful part.
I know I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing better.
Right.
Right? I know I'm fixing what the fuck I've been fucking up for so many years. I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
But I just think my mental state, and I think always have a control on it.
But I love that you said that. It starts here because obviously, right, like what you think.
Bring you down anyway.
I mean, what's up here, you think, you say, you do. So you're right. And if you can manage this too.
You can manage anything. You can manage anything because it's your everyday thing. I mean, it's the first thing you do. When you lay down, you're sitting there in your thoughts. I reflect on my days when I lay down. I could be drunk, partied out. I could be, but I always reflect on the closure of my day. When I wake up, my wife yells at me, "You're just sitting there." Really, I'm praying in my head. I'm thanking God for another day. I'm reflecting on what I did. But my mind is just, preparing me for the next day.
Right.
Preparing me for the present, like what I'm doing. So I try to keep a good handle on that. So many things can go wrong. Yeah. So many things.
Yeah, because we can't control.
Can't control.
You can just control how you react to it. Yeah. So, but...
It's traumatizing. I got a lot of PTSD. Lot of till where I'm like, yo, you better think the right things,
But you were able to handle your PTSD. Yeah. Obviously, that's a serious thing, right?
Yeah. And I've gone, when I talk about the mental health thing, I've gone through before I was able to stabilize.
Right.
And
people literally go through that every day.
Yeah. It's big. It's big.
One of my favorite quotes this year that someone I love and respect that goes through anxiety is, "You're not your negative thoughts."
See what I mean? It's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't even know who the hell said that, but it's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. You're not your negative thoughts. There's so many things out there that you can use to bring yourself out the funk. You know what I'm saying? And don't pay attention to the fuckery, to all the bullshit, all the physical, material shit around you. First it's this. Like I said, I'm trying to better myself every day. I'm trying to fix things that I've broken, just so I can keep keep rolling with my goals and my ambitions. You know?
Well,
that'll stop everything.
So think about an Abe, in his teens or 20s, and he's going through that right now and trying to find their way. They're going through it right now. What would you say to them?
I would say just remind people there's options. There's different. You know what? I'll say this. There's different doorway. Open up the one you want to open. And when you open a door, you can look, and then you want to close that. That's what I would say. Pick the right door, dog.
Yeah.
Pick the right door, because there was a lot of doors I picked. That was like, and I could see my whole life flash before my eyes, and I'm like, whoa, right? I better close this, right?
And don't let anyone through.
And there's doors that I opened and ran in there, and I had to run out, because you can get caught up in the whole world of derailment, I would say. That train, that car, that's going to take a different rail.
Right.
So you have to make that right choice. There's choices out there. There's choices out there. To the young me. To the young Abe, I say stay strong, take care of your kids, don't give up. I had my little apartment, me and Media, my first apartment. I started taking care of myself real young. You feel me? Not because I had it like that, but it was like, mom didn't want me at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be in love with this girl that I love and have her at her house.
Right.
They're all from the rival neighborhood. Right. But not only that, it's just not my home. Their family tradition's not my family tradition.
Right.
I have this woman I'm in love. She got to come. I got to take her with me. I got to be able to house her, shelter her, protect her, so I could be my own person. Right. So a lot of those things, it's like, I just say to that person, back to that person. And that's crazy. No one's ever asked me that question. It's a beautiful question you just asked me.
No, I'm proud of you.
I would say keep pushing, dog. Get up, take your kids to school on time. Don't miss that. I was just talking to Medium yesterday. My son, he's about to move out, Benji. My son Benji's a real stepper. Makes great money cutting hair, runs the whole barbershop. Got his stuff, got everything.
Together.
He about to leave. He about to leave the crib.
Oh, man.
Mom's just going crazy, because Flacco left when he was 17. My oldest son left when he was 17. He wanted to be in the service his whole life. He dipped when he was 17.
Wow.
Right? He just re-enlisted. He's going to do 20 years.
Wow.
He's moving out of Japan this week. Matter of fact, I'll be in San Diego.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, Flacco, we love you. He'll be back in the States in San Diego for his next recruiting education Saturday. But Benji, so back to Benji, I said, well, Mom, we were having drinks last night, a couple nights ago. And she just started crying. And I'm like, damn, I'm crying too. Like, first it's really like, yo, I know we're getting old. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to manifest that shit, right? I still look good. Mama still look good. My baby fine as shit.
We can still lean like a cholo.
Yeah, mama's fine as shit, right?
You were doing that on my birthday. I was like, hey.
But I'm like, Ma, why are you, so sad? And she's like he's leaving. You feel me? But, we forget it's because of success. Because
you set him up to be able to go on their own 2 feet.
I told Mom, I said, hey, she's crying. We're like sitting on the tailgate of the truck somewhere. I can't remember where we were, but I just remember her crying and her making me cry. I said, yo, I try to keep him here as long as I could.
Yeah.
Because my son been stepping on shit since he was a kid. At 16, he was the youngest licensed barber in the state of Arizona because I put him into school early, and I acted like I had a miswrite print on his age, and I added a year to his age.
And he also,
he was already done with barber school at the moment that he was able to sign to take the state board.
Wow.
At 16, he was 16 in like a week, and he took the state board, and he passed it. Right? So my son, he been a stepper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just try to keep him home as long as I could so he could help, be with his moms.
Yeah.
But, she feeling it right now. He about to dip out.
That's like an emotional thing, though.
And, he not moving out to the little apartment in the south side. Nah, he looking at
Right.
skyscrapers downtown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to be proud. You feel
Yeah.
me? That you got a young man, 20 years old, who's been stepping like that for years.
Right.
I'm at the concert with him, Crescent Ballroom, cutting the artists. You know, just watching the work that we did, me and her.
Right.
So
I know you're proud. And it's
Proud.
just a whole...
yeah, it takes a lot of it took a lot out of us, but it's still taking a lot out of us because that shit don't stop. You feel me? You're not a parent. In my culture, especially not my family, you're not a parent until you're 18.
No, it's
You
forever.
know, I'll be tripping on his ass. God hopefully leaves me here till 80 some years old.
Yeah.
90. He could be 60, 50 years old. If he's cooking up, I'm tripping.
Yep.
You feel me? I'm
That's
tripping
right.
on my children their whole life.
Yeah.
You know,
What is
it's
it?
a lifetime job.
They might outgrow your lap, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're still your baby. I'm so curious to ask you what high school was like for you.
I didn't have much high school. I couldn't. At that point of my life, I was just unfocused. You know, I loved it. I loved being around it. I love seeing high school on TV. I love sports. I love all the beautiful girls, all the homeboys in those days in the 90s was the homies, you know, seeing them every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I made a mess of it. I didn't take it serious. I went for all the wrong reasons. You know, I didn't care much about education. I wish I did. But in those days, I was spending a lot of time in the juvenile corrections and states like that. So I only got to go to high school for about a year. And then I ended up in state juvenile corrections. But I did go to school in there, and I got my GED in there.
Yeah.
And I went to college when I came home.
Yeah, see? You literally went through so much and still came out on top.
Came out on top. Yeah, I got my GED before I even should have graduated high school. So that was cool.
And this is why, like, I love this, right? We use this platform for this because you know and I know there's young little Abes out there right now. And I want to, if they see this, you're going to give them a lot of hope. Yeah. And maybe I might tell them, go to Que Suave Taco and go ask the real Abe real questions. Yeah. You know.
And it happens a lot, Christina. Like, it's been happening for a while.
We're here to help people.
That's how I feel. Because I don't, you know, to me, and everything's not a money transaction. Although I'm a hustler and I know I come from nothing, and I gotta build, and I gotta keep stacking my paper and taking my family to the next level. That's not all I work for. You know, I help a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I inspire. I try to inspire if people have questions. I've had kids come to the doors for all the years we've been at Que Suave, 7 years, going on 8. Kids come to the door. Abe, I want to become a barber. They're barbers. They're doing good. I don't know if you know, I recruit for barber schools.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah, I recruit for barber schools. If you don't know how to start your career, come talk to me. I got a couple schools I refer people to, like work with me and you do, similar. You know what I'm saying?
And I have a question on the barber thing, right? I mean, guys, everyone needs a haircut and everyone needs a good barber. But it's like nowadays, 2025, how expensive is it to go to barber school?
It used to be, you could find barber schools cheap as like $7,000 before. Even some people were ghetto and doing it for $5,000. And I was like, nah. I always tell people to invest in a good education. I think right now barber schools, at least you'll find a barber schools for like $12,000.
What I want to do is like put some collaborations, me, you, some other companies together, and then through Que Suave Barber, we can, and then all the other businesses, we can try to find one person.
Yeah,
we
change someone's life. Absolutely.
That school for.
Absolutely.
Right?
And you know.
And then they'll have you to guide them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, sometimes we do what we can. You know, like my Project Christmas, the toy drive. You know, I have a nonprofit as well.
Yeah, we got to help with that.
Yeah. So I do what I can. We do what we can at Que Suave. And it's not just me. It's not just Miriam. It's not just the staff. I have a whole network of small businesses, people who have helped our missions over the years carry everything that we do. It's a collaborative.
How long have you had that nonprofit for the nonprofit? The toys?
My friend Sheena started the nonprofit. She started it, I want to say, like 6 years ago, maybe more. And then we had some paperwork. So we did some changes, and then I kind of took over as the chairman for it, and she did some rearranging for her. And we've kind of been in charge of it for like 3 years. It's called Phoenix Impact.
And then
It's still my homegirl. My
Yeah.
homegirl it's all her. Her blood, sweat, and tears that she put into this vision.
Shout out.
Shout out my homegirl China. I love her. I just talked to her right now. But she brought that legitimate vessel for us that we could get funds from people, so we could allocate
Turn
that
around
money to the right places. Yeah. And then Project Christmas has started for when we opened the barbershop. And you seen Project Christmas over there?
Just on Instagram,
We pass out the
because I used to help with he passed away now, but Mike Fazio in downtown Phoenix, where like we would collect all the toys.
Give backs. I did it a lot. I did a lot of give backs. It's just I got real busy lately. But we do like for Thanksgiving we do the Que Suave love sesh. You know, we go out.
What's that?
The Que Suave love sessions. We go out to the homeless shelter, known as like they call it the zone, but we know the mission where we're from. That's where we grew up. That's our neighborhood. We'll go and take a bunch of our used clothes from all our friends. We'll cook a bunch of Thanksgiving dinners, and we'll bring like 10, 12 barbers out there.
Oh, I
and
love
we'll just
that.
clean people up for the holidays.
You definitely want to help with that.
Just clean people up for the holidays, basically. Give them a feeling like they're not in that situation.
If you have a date for that, let us know.
Yeah, we'll let you know. There'll be flyers. We're definitely going to rock it this year because we didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
So it's just, life is hard, you know what I'm saying? But anything anyone wants to help us out with, Phoenix Impact, we always take donations 365, whether it's clothes, hygiene, first aid.
Where do people drop that off?
Que Suave.
Just at
But please at Que Suave Tacos or Que Suave Barbershop. But just please shoot us a message. Because we've had people show up with trucks.
They're like, wait.
And you're like, oh shit, like then we get situated. But the holidays are coming.
When do you start that?
For the toy drive, we start to collect in November. Just because we have to pay for storage, we have to do, and Project Christmas started at 150 toys. It's 3,000 toys plus a year.
Well, you can use a Scottsdale location and drop off here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We'll get you guys a box or something, then you guys, and the experience. We go out to some of our lower income neighborhoods and personally pass out the toys.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
See families and love them and just respect them. That's all we ask people. Respect them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's our city doing for our city, our people, our community, doing for ours.
Yeah, and you can relate when I say, even in the Philippines, right? You might meet some of the poorest people, but they are the happiest. When I used to rent a property, I had options of running luxury, seniors, Section 8, lower income. And I'll tell you, I felt more filled to show up every day, stay late at the ones where I knew they needed me, which was my lower income. We would do our own type of like backpack drive. And I'll never forget, it's because I saw a kid run through the bus and she had like a Walmart bag, right? Rocio, who still works with me now, we used to work together back then. But you're saying respect, like, man, some of the most cleanest people, they might not have a lot. They work hard. Yeah. Apartments clean. They made do of whatever it is that they had. They got through it, right?
Our cultures are so alike. We're all so alike. I think us as, I don't even want to say cultures. I want to say humans. So you're human. No matter what race you are, no matter what culture you are,
no matter if you're from the streets or not.
No matter where you're from, if you have it in you, you're gonna be there for those people, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have that feeling to be like, yo, I'm gonna pop out for my folks. I don't care if you're black, brown, Mexican. I'm gonna vibe with you anyway. Put a smile on your face for the day. Wish you the best.
Yeah.
And just say, keep pushing. Don't give up. Talk to little Abe. You messed me up with that. That's very beautiful what you asked.
Well, and
take that with me.
And you can't leave without the typical Connect with Christina messages. So Justin over there gave me the cue. We're almost done, but I have
too little time, huh?
I have to have you look at this camera right here. This is permanent. Permanent, I like to call it the interweb. I'm going to let you leave some messages to some people. I'm going to start off with you leaving a message to your wife who stood by you.
Damn. To you, I want to tell you, Miriam, I just want to tell you thank you. I love you. I know it ain't been easy. But I just want to say I never felt better or safer or more loved and so relaxed with anyone in this world besides you. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for believing in me.
And then the kids.
Oh, all at once?
Yep.
All at once. Thank you guys for just taking the teaching. I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening to Dad. Thank you guys for trying to make me proud, make Mom proud, and care about yourself. Thank you for being proud of yourself and believing in yourself and continuing to do everything you guys are accomplishing. I'm very proud of you guys. Love you guys so much.
And the last one is to every single little Abes out there right now. What is that message to them?
Man, that was hard to every single little Abe. You know, you're looking in the mirror right now. You feel me? You could do anything you put your mind to. Anything. Don't let nobody tell you can't. Don't let nobody get in the way. Create your own world. Create your own world. And love those who love you and are there for you. Believe in yourself. It's all coming. Just don't give up. And I love y'all. Every single one of y'all.
There you go. And, you know, I'll say my daughter at 10-19, she doesn't just serve coffee and tea. She serves light, love.
Beautiful.
Hope. And I think that's what you do at your taco shop and barbershop, right? People come in there.
Come in for that hug, that stranger hug. We give those strangers a hug.
So tell everyone how to get a hold of you, and it's a wrap.
Get a hold of us at Que Suave Taco Shop at gmail.com. That's an email. It's super easy. Just a business name. Que Suave Barbershop, same as the Gmail. If you want to get into some barbering careers, you want to find more about barbering schools, no commitment. I'm not selling you nothing. I'm just helping you reach your dream in any way I can. God will take care of me and my family. Que Suave Tacos on Instagram, Que Suave Barbershop, Que Suave Tax Service. If you're trying to build an LLC, start your own business from scratch, we'll help you. We'll hold your hand through that. And of course, let me know if you need if you're in an accident or something, or I'll hold your hand through it, baby. I'm in the hood, Spanish speakers especially. I love y'all.
It's funny, like today's thing, because I had the honor of having like Freedom Frenchie Rescue here. Danny was here earlier, and I'm like, man, I really want to, when it gets colder, when I do the little farmer's market right here, I want the Frenchies. Yeah. Now you're here, and I'm like, might do it on a Sunday and play a lighter shade of brown that Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. You got to check out my shows, Christina. I have a show tomorrow. Tomorrow at Club Contact, too. I do DJ. That's my old man, like... I got a lot of things that I do, but get to know me a little bit, but tomorrow I do have a show. It's a West Coast Wednesday at Club Contact.
We're just peeling
all
onions.
records, all 45s. I'm playing that lighter shade of brown tomorrow for
Oh,
Christina.
my gosh. Okay,
I don't know if she'll be there tomorrow, but she'll be to one
But
eventually.
I'll have to show up now. Yeah. And also, I never asked you, how did you even meet me? Or how did you even know of me?
I think I was...
Because we just clicked.
Well, just working, because I've been doing what you do. I've been doing that. And, it's all out in the back now, of course. A lot of people don't know that business that I do. I very, very discreetly. You know what I mean? And I think... But
then how did you know of Paul Christina now?
Because I called one of the cards, and you showed up. And you showed up on that 8 shit. Like, what's poppin'?
Boy, let's go.
Let's get it, right?
Yeah.
And then we went from there. So I missed you when you first originally came to the restaurant. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, called you back, like, hey, check it out. We had a great phone conversation. Right. We clicked right away. We already knew what kind of time we were on. Yep. And then we just been building relationships since then. So, but thank you so much for everything that you do. A lot of people were like, who's that party you're at? That's my homegirl, man. I got my friends coming all different packages. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. You don't need to know all that. But
you're in a 5-foot firecracker.
And it was one of the best parties I went to in a long time. I was very busy, but I wanted to make sure.
Oh, I was so happy when you walked through. So thank you for making it.
And I made a lot of good friends there.
Yeah.
I kept it old school. I took a stack of business cards like that. I passed out every single one.
Yeah. Good people.
And people are reaching out.
Good people.
Great. You have a great network,
Yeah.
Christina, and I'm so glad to be proud of. I'm so happy to be part of it.
Yeah. No, I'm happy
Thank
you're
you.
a part of it too. And we're
Absolutely.
gonna, combine forces and
Absolutely.
help as many people as we can.
Absolutely.
So till next time. Bye.